It could be your enemy that is working there and you need their reference. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Daniels-Ato and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in the US. And if this is not your first time, thank you so much again for coming back to my channel. I really appreciate you. So today's video is actually going to be sponsored by Javi Coffee. And so they're a coffee brand and they reached out to me on via email, asking me to review their brand, try out their brand and everything. And I just want to say a little bit of what this brand or what this coffee is about. So they're basically a concentrated coffee, like you can see here. It's a, I don't know if you can see, yeah, coffee concentrate, and it's like a micro dose or something. So it has about 30 servings, and for those people that like coffee, this is like pretty dope and pretty nice. So all you just have to do is use 1 teaspoon in your water or your milk or whatever you want to use. Me personally, I like having iced coffee, so I just put it in my ice and my milk and my sugar and everything, and it's really nice, guys. It smells like coffee, literally. I had it earlier in the day, and I've been having it since they sent it to me. So I just want to let you guys know about this brand, and if you want to purchase it, I have a 15% discount code. So just input my code and you're going to get 15% off your entire purchase, thanks to Eva and Javi. Anyways, in today's video I will be talking about getting a job in the United States as an international student. And before I go on, please don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel. If you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe. What are you waiting for, really? So if you're in US as an international student, the first thing I would say is you have a couple of ways where you can get your sponsorship. So basically, after you graduate, you're eligible to apply for your OPT, which is the optional practical training. And OPT is pretty much a work authorization, where if you're under STEM, you get 3 years of work permit, and if you're not STEM, you get only 1 year of work permit. So I'll first of all say that if you're not STEM and you're an international student in US, and 3 months or 6 months before, I would say 3 months before, actually 6 months before your graduation, you haven't secured a job yet, and it's going towards 3 months, you still haven't secured a job, I would honestly advise you to like apply for another program, because how OPT works is once you've gotten your OPT, you can't get it again. So say for example you're using your 1 year OPT and you've applied for it already, you've graduated, you've not gotten a job or anything, you have 3 months to leave the country. You could also work with an NGO or a non-paid opportunity and everything for a year, but once you miss the lottery season, which usually happens in March, you're almost doomed for. So I would advise you to apply for another program, and not just any other program, a STEM program this time, because the STEM, one advantage they have over other people is the fact that they have 3 years work permit. So you have literally 3 tries to get your H1B or figure out what you really want to do. Because I mean, if you have 1 year OPT and you've not gotten a job, or after March you've not gotten a sponsorship or anything, you have to pretty much think about what you would do then. And most often than not, you have to go back to school, and then when you go back to school, even after graduating, you still can't get another OPT or anything, except you find a job that really wants to sponsor you directly. That opportunity is quite hard, and not everybody gets that. So I would just advise that before you graduate, you should just apply for another STEM program, or rather before you apply for your OPT, that's your OPT card, I'll advise you to apply to another school for a STEM program, so you can utilize your 3 years work permit. Or you can switch your course from the non-STEM to a STEM program. So usually when you get your OPT, you get the opportunity to work with organizations. Some organizations usually sponsor you for either H1B or direct green card. It's a plus if you work or if you're going into an organization that applies for your green card automatically or immediately, because you don't have to really stress yourself on okay, the H1B and everything. But you should really, like, when you're applying for your jobs and everything, you should make sure that the companies you're applying for file for international students, and not just any filing, file for both H1B and green card. So once you get into a company, the next thing they usually do for you is to put you among the pool. So I think I mentioned this earlier, but the H1B is based off on the lottery system. They have an amount of people they take each year, so it's really about just go fast and pray once they file for you. I know a couple of people that got it like in the first filing. I know a couple of people that got it in like the second or third, or people that never got it at all. But once your company files for you, I just feel like you should just pretty much keep your fingers crossed on the next step, and hopefully you get it. Once you get it, at least it buys you time. Then your company can then figure out, okay, the next step, which is like filing for your green card. So I've pretty much explained the introduction and a little bit of how the system works. So I'm going to go into how to get these jobs now. So one really great place that I know a couple of people have gotten jobs from is through career fairs. I know a lot of schools usually host like career fairs at least once a year. Some people host it for like every semester. Other schools host it for like once a year. You really utilize it. If you're still in school, you should really utilize that opportunity, because you get to meet with a lot of employers. Even if the company doesn't necessarily file, you can at least get a secure job first of all. So I feel like if you're in a place where you can go for career fairs, utilize that opportunity. Go for these career fairs, speak to recruiters, speak to everybody. Sometimes you could even get like interviewed there and then, but I would just advise that you go prepared. You know, when they say, when you have your elevator pitch, you know, when they say like, okay, when you get into an elevator and you see Dangote, what are you going to tell Dangote? Prepare everything, because pretty much you're going to meet up with recruiters, managers, and team leads, and a couple of people. So just prepare your resume, prepare what you want to say to people, and just prepare for the best and prepare for the worst case scenario. Another way to get a job is through LinkedIn. I know these days LinkedIn has been very efficient in regards to recruiting people, posting job opportunities, and recruiters also reaching out to individuals, letting them know about the work opportunity in their organization. Make sure that your LinkedIn profile is pretty much on track. Make sure that you've done everything, you updated your education and work experience, and you don't necessarily need to buy the LinkedIn Premium. You can use the regular one, but I would suggest you get like the LinkedIn Premium, so you can like directly email recruiters or like managers or something like that. So reach out to these people. You can even like search on LinkedIn #hiring now, and you can see like companies that are looking for opportunities or looking for people to work with them and everything. You could reach out. For example, you could type, if you want to work for Google, for example, you can type let's say project manager Google, and you pretty much see everybody that works in Google as a project manager, and you can send a message to each one of them and tell them, hey, I'm a student of this, I'm graduating this, and I would like to speak to you about opportunities at Google, how to get in and everything. And most often than not, they would respond to you and they reply to you. Another way is through networking via email. So just like this Google, even though I mentioned that LinkedIn is one way to reach out to people that work there, you could go to the company's website and look for who the managing director of that particular branch is, or who the team lead is. You would see it pretty much on their website. You could look for their emails and email them directly, and even ask them for coffee. So when you meet them, you could say, oh hey, I would like you to mentor me, or like give me tips on how to get in, and it will pretty much work. Another way is through references. References is one big way that people usually get interviews for most Fortune 500 companies, not just exactly Fortune 500 companies, but most companies. So if you have like a friend working for Amazon or Facebook or something, you could just tell them that, hey, I would like to work for the company and I would like you to be my reference and everything, and they will give you, some companies they use a code, some companies they just tell you to insert the name of who referenced you or who is referring you for them, or different companies with basically their different policies. But having a reference will really help you put one step into the door and get you these interviews. Once you've gotten these interviews, it's pretty much on you to make sure that you ace it. So I'll advise like you build up your network, build up the people surrounding you, and make sure that you have people that are working in companies that in the future you see yourself working in. Link with these people. I mean, I've always been a person that never burns bridges, because you never really know when you will need someone. It could be your enemy that is working there and you need their reference or something. So yeah, just pretty much reach out to them. And usually, so when they refer you, some companies pay those people for referring you. If you get the job, they pay from like maybe 500 to like 1,000. I'm not sure how much they pay, but yeah, I know that some companies usually pay. Another way to get a job is through recruiting agencies. You could meet up with an agency in the area where you live and tell them or submit your resume with them, and they could really link you up with employers that fit your resume or fit your role. These people sometimes are helpful, especially when you've looked and looked and looked and you've not seen any job. Even though they might not really give you like major big jobs or like your big break or something, they will give you something at least to get yourself, like to balance up yourself and everything. And then usually once they've given you this job, you can pretty much like look for other opportunities. You're not restricted to just that position. You could still look for an interview for other companies, and you could get it, and always transfer companies. So these are pretty much the pointers I have for you with regards to getting a job as an international student. I beckon on you to like use these resources and everything, and I'm sure you will get at least one interview. There's no how you won't get an interview if you use these tips that I've given to you, because a lot of people have used this and have gotten jobs, real ass jobs and everything. So pretty much use this information that I've given you, and I hope that you actually like it and you understood the message I was trying to pass. If you have more questions, please feel free to comment under this video, or you could email me or send me a DM and I'll be sure to respond to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share my videos, and comment. I see you guys and I see what you guys are doing. Thank you so much for watching.